In our previous videos where we created our diagram, we learned how the users can easily add shapes to the diagram and connect those shapes together in several different ways. Users can also take requirements and attach them to the individual shapes of the diagram. Or they can use the Analysis tab to automatically generate the scenarios, use cases, and test cases. In doing so, it gives them more context for those work items that they have created. But there is more that the diagramming tool has that we haven't covered as of yet. The first feature is saving the diagram in the first place. It seems like if we click on the Save option, it saves the diagram, and it does. With one caveat. In the Diagram module of Modern Requirements, if the users want to make changes to a diagram, they first have to check in their changes. This prevents other people from editing that diagram while you are editing it. So when checking something out, the users are taking it and choosing to work on it. So go to the drop-down options. If you click on Check in Changes, this diagram is now saved and available for the users to make changes to this diagram. Now, in order to check something in, you can click on the Edit option. And now, this diagram is available to make changes. With the Save option, you can actually save the changes made since the last checkout. So, if you will be working on the diagram in several sessions, you may want to save the changes while you have checked it out. This is so you don't lose them. Once you have finished making all of the changes here, you can go ahead and check in your diagram. The Discard Changes option in the drop-down will revert the diagram back into its previous state when it was last checked out. All the changes made for this session will be discarded. If you as the user are happy with the changes made to the diagram, you can click on Check in Changes. The diagram will be saved and available to other users to view. You can make more changes to the diagram using the Edit option. Finally, in the Save feature, you can also save the diagram as an image, which allows you to easily send it to other people in your organization. This lets you collaborate with your team members on diagramming. Sending a diagram to somebody may be more involved than just sending an image. You may want to include details of the work items linked with the objects as well as the work items generated from the Analysis tab. If you click on Smart Report on the ribbon bar, you can bring up the Smart Report generator. Here, you can create a report which contains diagram information, the work items linked to this diagram, and the work items generated using the Analysis tab. You can also export the generated report to MS Word, PDF, or HTML and view it offline. The last functionality to cover in the Diagram module is making drill-down diagrams, which isn't an option we see on the bar right now. But if you click on an individual node, you can see this option appear in the ribbon. It allows you to build a link from an individual node to a mock-up diagram or use case. Here, you can create a diagram that further elaborates the checkout process. So let's click on the Diagram option. Here, you can create a new diagram and link it to the checkout process box. Or you can simply select an existing diagram that is part of this project. Let's say you select Login Process. Once you have done that, click on OK. The Checkout node now has a yellow D on it. This means that an existing diagram is now linked to this checkout process and users can make changes to it. If you hover over any node, it shows these four options. If you click on Edit, this takes you to the diagram linked to the checkout process. Now you can edit this linked diagram. Let's go back to our original diagram. The user can also use the preview functionality of the Diagram module. With the preview functionality, the users can see the diagram and step through it. They can also interact within the preview mode. By clicking on nodes like the Checkout node, users can step through to the next attached diagram. This brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for watching.